Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, we'd like to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Bahashem,
Ba'ashem,
Makan
Kodash.
All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Qam. I'll just push the truth in love and sincerity and in charity with all humility. Okay, so yeah, man, this is GMS Bahamas. Okay, this is the brother Yashawan.
His brother Zai one.
All right, so yeah, man, we back at you with another brief lesson. Okay, you've seen the title. All right, even your side hustle is your enemy. Okay, know when to cut off. Okay, now those of us not only here over here in the Bahamas, but Akim that is scattered all over the world. Okay, but for us, those of us who have our side jobs or our side gig, we would say, okay, that could be our enemy as well. Okay, know when to cut off because we may have it hard with this and hard with that. Okay, and we want to make some money to feed our families and and to indulge in ourselves once in a while. Okay, but the thing is that when you going and going and going and not keeping balance, okay, that's where the problem come in. All right, so you got to know when to cut off.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, man, you get some. All right, so we here today to bring you some edification. Okay, on your side hustle or your side job. Okay, could be an enemy. All right, and your enemy, he's gonna do everything in his power to get you to go off track from serving your power. Okay, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai.
That's it.
All right. So look up this word enemy from the Merriam Dictionary. Okay, the definition number one. It say one seeking to injure. You see that? Overthrow and or confound. Okay. Also an opponent. All right. So as you see, one seeking to injure. So your enemy is seeking to injure you, to overthrow you. All right. So if you serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? You serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Think of it that you doing your side job. Okay, all good and dandy and all that. But then you find yourself just waking, and not spending that time, giving that time what is due to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, not putting in the works. So your enemy now, his job, okay, is to injure you. All right, how are you going to injure you? He's going to keep on flooding you with jobs just to get you away from doing the works of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You see? He's going to overthrow you. All right? And that's how the enemy are. Okay? Those of us who in this truth, okay, who used to make money in our past lives, right? You know what? If our job, our past lives, let's say our supervisor or our former supervisor will come and say, man, look at they get a job for us. Would require more time basically to keep us away from this truth. Okay, we know that's plenty of money. But at the same time, that's the injure going on your part. Because why? You're not gonna spend that time serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai no more like how you used to.
That's it.
You see? So that's the injure what's gonna cost what's gonna cost.
And it's going to cripple you slowly but surely.
Right.
Bit by bit.
That's it.
Unless you find the balance.
Right. Okay. And the word overthrow from Google means to remove forcibly from power. Okay, the verb, all right, a noun is renewal from power. Removal from power, Salah. Okay, so overthrow, the verb is remove forcibly from power, and the noun is removal from power. And this is what the devil wants to do. He's want to overthrow you. Okay, to remove you from having that power having the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because now your job now, your side job, okay, he's gonna try to use your side job to do so.
That's it.
Okay, because once you get off from your main job, now you get on your side job or your own personal little gig which you got going on. He's gonna try to flood you with this job, that job, that job, and have you saying, "Oh yeah, you making money, money coming in, money coming in."
Right? And Salaki, right? That could take more time than woman. That require more time than woman, yeah, you side hustle.
God,
Than your main woman.
that's it. You see, and sometimes, man, you find yourself waking up to 8, 9 o'clock in the night.
That's it.
Sometimes up to 10 o'clock, just to get one job out, because by the time that job finish, you get a good chunk of money coming. All right, but now that you do that, now you gotta face the consequences now.
But the flip side to it is that you don't too overindulge in that. You find the balance of putting the work for the Lord. Because the false balance is abomination to the Lord. You got to find the balance now. Because being consumed by these much hours working, that could kill you.
God,
If you don't have the balance.
God,
Mm-hmm.
all right, and even with our regular job, okay, those of us who just have that one job,
Mm-hmm.
okay, even them they find themselves being consumed with doing so much and trying to work overtime and all of that.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
All right, that is your enemy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you gotta put in the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you don't want the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to be removed from you by giving another all of your strength, whether it be jobs, whether it be your children, whether it be your woman, your family, okay, your acquaintances, okay, or whatever it is. You don't want nothing to get in your way when it comes to serving and doing the works of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. The other morning, I got up at 3 a.m., prayed to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for strength and other things, okay, and to allow me to do more in the ministry, okay, and not to cause me to be overworked, okay, on my side hustle. All right. So the most I dropped this topic into my mind, into my heart. Okay, even your side hustle is your enemy. Know when to cut off.
The precept, let me finish, brother.
God, you can bring the precept.
I don't know if you had this one. It's 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter.
You can bring it.
You got this one?
I think so.
Right. This is 1 Corinthians 7, and let me start at verse 30, and then the point is verse 31. It says, "And they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they buy, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passing away." All right, now I can read it in a different translation. I can go into that word abusing, right? And the ISV version says, "Those who use the things of this world as though they were not dependent on them, for the world in its present form is passing away." Now, when you look up that word abusing, right, it says to use much or excessively, or to use up, consumed by use, to use fully. So we ain't supposed to abuse the things of this world.
Right.
We supposed to have a balance in our lives. Because if you overuse these things, you're gonna find yourself, you get cut off from the spirit
Right.
eventually. You see?
Right. All right. So, because even though you may seem to have it all together and thought to be balanced, but in reality, you out of sync.
That's it.
You see, you out of sync. Okay, because now you may say, "All right, you can read the scriptures for an half hour, 45 minutes." Or however you do, you may be in the word for an half hour to 45 minutes, and then the other time you you on your side gig. Okay, you ain't in sync. All right. So finding yourself working too much, giving your hustle, even your job too much. Okay, working overtime and And when it comes to the Lord, you're tired, okay, then start to put off from day to day.
That's it.
Okay, next thing you trying to put a lesson together and don't even know where to start.
That's it.
Okay, forgetting you used to pray first, okay, to invite the Holy Spirit in to get your mind focused. Okay, you start to forget all of these things. Because now that you're making money and you're going all out for your job and your side job or your little business you get going and all that. Okay, if you don't spend time in the word, okay, you would be out of sync and you start to forsake the word. Okay, you miss one. If you're a brother who do videos and lesson, let's say every week, and you get your side gig, you get so much job going on, all right, and you giving all your job that time. So now when time for you to try to do a lesson, your mind ain't right to do
That's
the lesson.
yeah, that's it.
You see, your mind ain't right. You see, so the scripture says, put not off from day to day. Okay, put not off from the day to day to turn to the Lord. So when you are going hard for anything other than the Lord and not doing your due diligence, okay, you are putting off. You see, you are putting off. All right, so let's get that precept, Sirach 5 and 7, brother.
This is Iraq's 5 and 7. It reads, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Gone. All right, so put not off from day to day. Okay, because guess what?